Hello and welcome back to Rosebud's Budgets for our budget with me for April, our March count up, some back to the bank as well. So you might want to get comfortable, get a cuppa and sit down. This might be a long one, guys. So let's get into it. So if you're new here, thank you so much for joining us. If you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. So how is everybody? I have had my Fun Friday game day. Now I am having my budget with me, and then I've got to record tomorrow's cash stuffing, first week of April's cash stuffing. So before I start, I want to mention I would prefer you to obviously watch the video, but you know I can't control what people do. So I do have some freebies linked below. They're linked in my Teeny Tiny Tuesdays, my Fun Friday game day, and then this one so far, and then they'll be linked in every video going forward. So I have freebies for reaching different milestones of subscribers, and then because I was a little bit lax on it, which I apologise guys, I did bring out 4 or 5, I think it was 4 new ones. So yeah, go and check them out. Some cute ones in there. So guys, we're going to get into it. We need to bring in our book. So this is where I do my budget. Everybody does their budget differently, and I just find what works best for me, and what I can make it to be as simple as possible. So this is where we started off in January. So we have a January page, and then we have our income, what's going off that month, our income, our budget for the month. So we go through, and after we've worked out what we've got left, we put it into all these categories, and then we have our count up at the end of the month. I'm really looking forward to this count up because we did have a boost of 2,700. So if you had seen my video, I'd stopped smoking and we had 3,300 and something pounds. We stuffed the 300 into the binders as an extra bonus, and then I purchased a new chair, I purchased a new desk and some units either side of the desk, and we have £2,700. We were debating whether we was going to have a summer house, go on holiday. I think the summer house is just going to be too much. However, yeah, I don't think it's needed at the minute, if that makes sense. But we're still undecided. So this 2,700 is going to be held in a binder, and we're going to pop it in when we go through. And obviously that's going to sit there for a little bit. So that will boost our total up. So yeah, then we have the last month's figures, this month's figures, and then how much it is, and that goes through, and we've done that since January just to keep on track. So this one we are in April, and I tried something different. So previously I've just been colouring it in, which I've still carried on doing, but I wanted to utilise some of the washi tape. So this one is from Dali's Designs. This is a sticker that I got in an order. So this is April. I like to put my little calendar here, just sets the page off, and obviously there's little bees in here, so we've got Be Happy. So this is from Up the Creek Budgets, and it's a little bookmark, so I thought it would be perfect just to mark my pages of where I am. So we're going to go over to here, and what have we got today? So what's going on this month? So this month we've got the doggy groomers at the end of the month. We've got Easter half term. Obviously we've got Easter. We do have a few other bits going off in this month, but they're not really things that I need to pop on here. So yeah, and then we come to here. So if you're new here, this is how I do my budget. I basically have the income that comes in, the bills, we minus the income, the bills from the income, and that's what's left over. Then we take away our monthly expenses, and then what we have left over all down here on this beautiful little bit here, is what we have left to stuff throughout our categories. Okay, and with our categories, I go through my binders and we list all the categories in my binders. I do list the ones that are fully funded for now, or ones that aren't getting stuff, just because it's easy for my brain to comprehend everything. And again, it's adaptable and it's whatever works best. So I'm going to stop waffling. We're going to do this one. I'm just going to move this 2,700 to the side because we do need to put that into a binder. So this month we have a decent amount coming in. I mean, we have had a decent amount coming in, and I'm so grateful for that. However, I did explain in possibly my Teeny Tiny Tuesdays that these next few months are a little bit uncertain. So we're just going to play it by ear. We're going to play it by this month and see how we go. And then we might have to alter it dramatically for next month. But that will be what it is when it comes. So guys, let me see if you can see this. So in this one we have, oh, I better just move that. So in this one we have 1,720. So we have 1,158 in here, and then we have 600. And I always like to just have a quick peek back at the previous budget just to see, because I just play it by month. So yeah, we had an extra 50 here, which we haven't got this month. But then we've got an extra 100 here. And we had a little bit more. So I like just to compare it just to see how we're going with budgets. So bills, this one is 870 that comes out of that bank. This one is 558. So that's perfect because that will leave a round number. And there's never any bills going out of here. So then we do income minus bills. So we take this number and minus by this number, which leaves us 850. That would be perfect because that's a round number, so that will leave 600. And then there'll be 600 in here. So this is looking like a really healthy month, actually. I like to just put this in. I have the power to create the life I want. I think it's important to just step back and remember, actually, you are the creator of your life. So then we have what's left over. So we add all these up and it comes to £2,050. So that's how much we have left, which is an amazing amount to have left after we've paid all our bills. So then we have the money that's left minus our monthly expenses. So I'll explain this one. So we're going to put the 2,050 here. Okay, so I will go on to the next page and then we'll flick back because I just want to show you. This is what we have our monthly expenses, this section here. So we've got food, petrol, fur baby, miscellaneous and spending. So this month we've changed the budget a little bit because we are healthy eating and we found out that things cost a lot more money to healthy eat, which is really shocking because we should be promoting healthy eating. And if you can go and get a meal deal for £5 that's like pizza, nuggets, chips, ice cream and stuff, but actually it costs you way more to get healthy food. Yeah, anyway, that's my little rant. So this month we are having £740. It is a 4-week month for us, guys. Last month was a 5-week month. I'm not sure how I managed to turn it into a 5-week month. But anyway, so left over would be, if I am right, 1,310. So we move that number down here. So we have this money left over, but then we also take off our monthly expenses, and this is what we've got left to stuff into all the other categories. And let's say if we don't have enough money to stuff these categories, as long as we've got this money, we can be all right. I am so grateful for cash stuffing because it has allowed me to build up my binders throughout the year and stuff. So don't compare what is on this piece of paper to anything that you're doing. 1 month I might have nothing to stuff. The next month I might have lots to stuff. I might only have £10 here, and it's all specific to your own budget. So it is just similar methods. So we're going to go over to here, and again, normally I would colour in between these, as you can see, but decided to do something different and use some of my washi tape. So some of them I've had to cut down, and then some of them I have, like here, I have left them the thickness just because it's not a problem. However, I did enjoy doing this, but I thought it would be quicker than finishing colouring in. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't, because I didn't have the right strips, the right size strips and things, so it took a long time. And plus, I don't think I like the overall look of it, to be fair. Some might like this look, which is fine. I did enjoy drawing my little pictures in here. So yeah, so we're going to go over to here. So we have in this category £740. What I am going to do, guys, for now, just because I haven't planned the budget out, so sometimes what I do is I look at it before I film and I say, right, this needs to go here, this needs to go there. Well, I haven't done that other than this bit because we know roughly what this is going to be. I haven't done that for the rest. So I'm going to use my erasable pen. So just bear with me while I get that, guys. Right, so I've got that, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to write in a blue today. So let's go over. I'm going to have to tip it on the side, guys. I'm so sorry. Just because that's how I work it, and then I'll put it back up. So, oh, sod it. Right, food and household this month will be getting £400. So I've crossed off the 5th week because it's not a 5 week, and we're going to be giving 400 to here. Petrol will get 160, Fur Baby will get 40, miscellaneous will get 40, and spending will still get its 100. So hopefully 4, 5, 6, 7, 40 in there. And then we look at the weeks. Okay, what we are doing is keeping all of these the same as what we would be doing, but the top one is going to be having £100. I find it very useful to do it this way because then I know that, okay, I look down here and that's how much I've got to stuff in week 1, and then I can allocate that. So we have £40 of fuel a week, and at the moment, if we're not doing too many extra journeys, that is perfect. Fur Baby just gets his 10, and miscellaneous gets its 10, and spending gets 25. So it normally gets, normally gets 25, and we do a spending challenge with that. So that is the 750. So that is this amount all allocated. So now we have the 1,310, and this is where I haven't planned for it, guys. So what I need to do is I need to get my calculator, which I've got in the drawer to the side of me. I don't know if it's clean there. We're going to put 1,000. I don't know how well you're going to see this, but we're going to put 1,310 on here. And this is why I wanted to use my erasable one. Now, I just want to explain something. So if you've been with me for a while, you'll know this. What we have been doing is we've been building up all our categories. So some are fully funded, some we're just slowly plodding along with, some we know we want to boost out. But to keep me motivated and to keep it fun, I like to do challenges. So each week I have a different binder which I try and put £100 in each week, and then obviously we have our Christmas and our Teeny Tiny Tuesdays. Now, if I didn't have anything in any of these categories, then maybe, yeah, I shouldn't be putting into these. But I'm quite happy that these are slowly building up and they've got enough if we need to dip into them. So that is why I will continue with this. So I would like to carry on for now and put £100 into each of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then Christmas will get £200, and Teeny Tiny Tuesdays will get £100 as well. Okay, so obviously you can see that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, £700 already that has gone. But please assure that if I don't have the money in these categories, it would have gone in here. Also, this binder is my favourite one. It's just for fun. So once we complete challenges in there, they get reallocated into this as well. So that's okay. So we won't come to these yet. We'll go back to the beginning and we'll have a look. So we don't need to put anything. And this is why, again, I've wrote this down, but it's not getting anything because it's my order of processing through the binders. So Bank of Rosebud Budgets, Piggy Bank, Grocery Boost and Month Ahead are in here. The kids' things are in here. Celebrations are in here, and so on. All my binders will be linked below, and anybody that I do mention throughout my video will also be linked below. So I think there'll be a few linked this week. So Bank of Rosebud Budgets is not going to get anything. We have Piggy Bank, Grocery Boost and 1 Month Ahead, which I would like to get something. So my idea with the removable pen is we're going to just write in some because it's not set in stone, so we can come back and adjust it as needed. So in here, I think we're going to put £30 over the month, £30 in here. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to just do that as I'm going along. 1 month ahead, I think we want to put, we're going to put 20 for now. Which doesn't seem a lot as you're going over the month, but actually we have £280 in here. Kids, we do want to put some in here if possible, purely because this week is Easter, so from Monday it'll be Easter holidays for the children. My daughter broke up yesterday and she wants to go and get some clothes, which is our plan at the beginning of the holidays, get it done. School now. I spoke to you about parents' evening and what my daughter's decided to do, so I need to be getting her some lessons for her music. So we have £200 in here already. That's more so for school clothes and things. However, the bulk of things we did actually buy last year, so like the new blazer and things like that. So we're going to try and put see, I would like to put 100 in this, but then I know it's not going to. Do you know what? We're going to do it. We're going to put 100 in here. What's the worst can happen? I need to rub it out and change it. Mr. and Mrs. We're just going to put 10 in here. Oh, no. No, we're not going to put any in here. Because actually, it's been a bit selfish, really. Because we've got Mr. and Mrs. Then we've got, obviously, hobbies and the belfry and big budget to meet up we want to put into. So we're not putting anything into here. Wellness, I would like to try and put, let's put 30 in. I would like to put a bit in there because I still haven't had my hair done. Family fun has its fair share at the minute. Hobbies, we had to take some money out of here. Because my husband wanted some new golf things and I just took it out of hobbies. So let's try and boost that back up with 50. Belfry and big budget to meet up. Now, the big budget to meet up is in end of May. So we have this payday and we have the end of April's payday. So I'm going to put another £50 in this month and then £50 next month, and that should be it. Celebrations. So my dad's birthday is coming up in May as well. So that means we need to put a bit in this just to keep it boosted up. I'd like it to be above 200 at each time. And obviously I want to give him a fair bit. So let's put 40 in here. So I'm just going on priorities. So this hasn't got any now because her birthday's just been. So it's moved to the end. But we don't need to stuff it yet because her birthday, like I say, is in another 12 months. Fur Baby has 50. So we don't need to stuff him. We're probably going to use the money that's in there for his groomers. And the rest are fully funded for now. Right, MOT. I would like to just fully fund MOT. Just because it gets it out of the way and then it just sits there. Maintenance has enough for now. We do have £500 in here. So the worst come to worst, we use it out of there and then we top it back up in the next couple of months. Garden, again, these are really decent. They're at 400. Appliances, definitely. So I want to try and put another £50 into appliances. Holiday's not getting anything. And then my binder, I would like to put some in here. But then I don't want to be greedy. I would like to put 40 in here. That's £10 a week. Come on, that's... So all these categories got on. We're not putting into here. This we're not putting into at the moment, but I do have a plan for this. So that leaves us with £120, which this is why I do it like this, because then I go back, guys, and I just look and see. Okay, I've got £120. Where do I want to put it? So we'll put 20 in here, only because, one, it rounds it to 100, but this isn't until 2026, and we already have 300 in there. So I'm happy with that. All right, so let's have a look at these. Okay. So I think that the last 100 will go into here, possibly. So we'll do it like, no. Right, let's just rub these out. Oh no, 30, 30 and 20. I need to remember that. 30, 30 and 20. So let's just put 40, 40. And that's, let me take the £20 off there, because otherwise I'm going to confuse myself. That leaves 80, and let's put 100 in here. So it already had £20 allocated to it, and we've put the other 80 in, because I think this is something that I do really need to concentrate on a little bit more. So it might be a few, so we're just going to take that off, and then that should be a 0. So that might not be many categories actually getting stuffed this month, but that's okay, that's how it works. Right guys, so that is the budget with me, and then what I would do is I would go through, I can do it quickly while I'm yabbering on. There's £40, so there's £10 going into here, £10 going into here, 25 into here, 50 in here, and obviously there's only 4 weeks, so I always put the highest at the front, so that will be 20 and then 10, 100 in here, so that's 25. Sorry if you really do find this boring, it's just how I like to process it, and I might as well just video the whole lot. So this last week gets nothing. Again here we'll put 20, 10, 10 and 10. Let me know what you use for budgeting. Do you use a specific budget book that you've brought? Do you have something yourself? Do you just write it on a piece of paper? Let me know all the different ways that you budget below. Belfry, I would do what I did the same, and I will just put it in the first week, so none of these will get anything. And then big budget to meet up. I mean, don't get me wrong, I could stuff all this in 1 week, but it just keeps me motivated to do it this way. And I like how I fully funded this and won't have to worry about it. It did pass its MOT. I don't know if I mentioned that. Absolutely no problem. But then since then, we have heard a funny noise in the car, which surely they would have picked up on the MOT. I don't know how MOTs work, guys. So appliances, yeah, we want to boost that. I still haven't heard about my kitchen, so I had to ring them up and say, oh, you know, you said that I would be getting a kitchen within 2 weeks. I said it's been over a month now and I haven't heard anything. She said, oh yeah, I'll get somebody to ring you. Yeah, they don't ring me. Right, so how I work this one out, I don't do £25 a week. Our first game day of April will be 2026. Our second day will be just for fun. Our third one will be future, because it's 4 weeks, isn't it? So it'll be future, and it will be the Stacey binder. And then our Christmas will be on its own here. But Teeny Tiny Tuesdays, I don't even know if you can see this far down. Teeny Tiny Tuesdays will get its 25. So that is how it works out. And then what I will do is, I won't do it on camera because I've been yapping so long now, is I go through and for week 1, I add 20, 10, 100, 25, 20, 20, 10, 20, and I go through like that. And what I do is then I stuff that into week 1 category, week 2, week 3, week 4, so I know where I am. And I like to do the whole month at once, because otherwise my brain gets so confused, guys. So that is that. So that's our budget with me for April. It looks okay. It can change as well. I haven't had to change it yet, but let's say something crops up and we're like, oh, actually, then we just, you know, can change it around, but I haven't had to yet. So this is the exciting bit. We are going to try and do 2 things at once. We're going to try and count up in here while taking as much money back to the bank as possible. I have a lot of money in these binders. I'm not happy. It needs to get back to the bank. So I'm just going to take a little short break and then I will be back with you guys. 2 seconds for you, but about 5-10 minutes for me. So guys, I'm just going to bring everything here. We're going to bring in the budget book again. So we're basically just going to go through here and write everything down. Where's our pen? Here. So is my son's one on here? Yeah, so we'll go with my son's one first because it's here. And he currently has, so this is going to go back to the bank, but this is not included in our money, so I need a placeholder. So guys, if you haven't seen, I have made some, sorry, just nipping into my drawer, and I'm hoping I don't need any because these are the last 2 that I've got printed off. So I have made some cute little placeholders that I keep meaning to put on the shop, but that is going to be coming next week. Right, let's count all this. So we have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20, 40, 60, 86, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 97, 720. So there's 720 in here, and this is going back to the bank, but it's not going to be counted in our money, so I won't be putting it in the cash tray. Let's get a pen. 720 in the bank, and that is fine. So we're going to put that straight into here. And what I've done this time is I've separated my son's binder, because I think last month was it, I got so confused and I added it in when I shouldn't add it in, but we just want to keep track on it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm not putting anything in this one because it will be going back to the bank, if that makes sense. So we're going to put 720 in here. So this 720 will go in an envelope, which I haven't got at the minute, so I'm just going to put it to the side, and that is going to go back to the bank for him. We are going to bring in this, okay, and we'll just have a quick flick through here. I don't think there's much for our cash stuff in tomorrow. Right, I've got to try and move stuff around now. There. Yeah, there's not much left in these binders for our cash stuff in tomorrow, I tell you. Right, so what does that say there? Savings challenge. So there is £5 in our saving challenge because we have just started this one. So there's £5 in here. However, there is £100 that is from, let's see if we can find it, Marco, that we still haven't allocated, and I'll try and allocate it tomorrow. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick it back in here for now, because it will remind me to, sorry guys, reallocate it tomorrow. I think that's best. So yeah, the penny challenge I will look at in a second. The pound challenge, we have 105, I know that, and that is all tracked on here. Penny challenge I'll go through last off, I think, so that can go into here. That's because what I've done is I have actually counted it, but I've wrote it down somewhere and forgot. So hey, right, we're going to go into this binder now, so we're going to have to take some out of here. I think, guys, is that okay if I just do that, look? I think that works for me, so you can still see them both. So Bank of Rosebud's budget has £1,000 in the bank. Okay. Piggy bank, let's see, because this is where we're going to need the pen and the eraser. Right, so we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 120. Okay, we have 120, we have 140, because we have 20 in the bank. So we're going to change this to 140. Brilliant. And this is how I'm going to do it. Yeah. Sorry if it's a strange way again, guys. Like, I'm quite happy doing it that. I know there was £20 in the bank already. So that means there is 120 going back to the bank. So, didn't write it down. So now we're going to put, yeah, that's right. So there's 140 in there. So this is the same. So we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 120. We already have 20 in the bank. So we need to change this to 140. I mean, I do like to keep cash in the bank, in the binders, but I just at this moment feel like I have far too much, and if I can get some back to the bank, I'm happy. Right, so 1 month ahead. 1 month ahead. Let me rub this off before I count it, because then it gives it time to sort itself out. So we have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40. And we had 40 there, so that's 280. Guys, what I'm just going to do is pull in a piece of paper. I'll have a piece of paper at the side of the amount of things that are going back to the bank. So that's 240, 120, 120. I think I'll do it like that. Okie dokie. So in the skip has 250 in the bank already. Oh, we need to put in here 280. I don't know why, but when I'm trying to sort out in the bank money and take stuff back to the, take stuff back to the bank and write things, I get confused. In the skip has got 250. I do like watching people's budget, see how they budget, see what they budget for, what's their priorities. So kids, I'm sure a lot of this is going back to the bank. Plus, like I say, we're going to be using some. So I'm going to get rid of the tracker for this one because we finished it. And let's see, we have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 50. 250. Let's see. There we go. So there's 250 going back to the bank. So that'll be 350, and like I say, there will be some of this used possibly tomorrow, maybe. I'll see when she wants to go, because I'm just thinking it's going to be manic in time in town in half term, unless we go really early. We could go really early. What time does everybody else think's best to go? So in school there is 200, so I don't need to go and count that. In wellness, and it's in the bank already. We're going to get rid of this tracker. We'll not get rid of it, but we're going to clean it off. And we have in Mr. and Mrs. 20, 40, 60, 80, 120, 40. So that's 140 going back to the bank. And 50 in the bank. So that's 190, which is really annoying because I wanted it to be 200, and I've not added any in for this month, I don't think. So that'll be 190 in the bank and 140 going back to the bank. Wow, if you're not confused, I didn't even write it in, guys. I just think it's better doing it this way instead of like having a column with cash when actually I've only then got to go and delete it. So wellness, we're keeping this tracker because we haven't finished it. Wellness has 20, 40, 60, 80, 90. So there's 90 going back to the bank. I feel like I can't talk and do this at the same time. So that makes it 150 in here. So if you haven't seen, these are just little sponges. Don't get me wrong, they look grotty. Let me just put this in here. 150. Gosh. But they're really good. So that's going to go back in here. Family 150. Oh. Family fun. I'm so excited to see what this month's going to be because we had that 2,700 boost. So this tracker is finished, so we're going to pop that there to be cleaned. We have 200 in the bank already for this, and we have 20, 40, 60, 81. So let's put 300 here before I forget. 100 over here. So I've just got a piece of paper at the side of me that I'm writing what we've got, and this can go to 300. I love the idea of this placeholder. I seen it on, or saw it on, it's cash stuffing. I don't know if anybody else has done it, but yeah, I just thought it was really good because otherwise I'm going to have loads and loads of placeholders in. So that's 300 into family fun. So that's perfect. I'm so glad we didn't stuff into that. Because I am thinking that I'm doing things the wrong way around. Surely I should do my count up and then do my budget and see where I need to stuff categories. Maybe. Maybe. Right, hobbies. We're still continuing with that tracker, and hobbies has 150 in the bank. So it doesn't have any, let's just check that says 150, guys. Yeah, so it doesn't have any cash because we use that cash. So that's perfect. But I do know that we are taking a bit back to the bank from here. So we have, let's see, 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 80, 92, to 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. So we have 250 going back to the bank, and we have 50 in placeholder. Oh, I don't know if this is going to hold everything, guys. Right, so this needs to be 300. Dear me. I don't know why I find this so difficult. So guys, if I do make any mistakes, please leave it in the comments below, because knowing me, I will do. If I get through this whole video without making a mistake, there is something wrong. Right, so it is going to be exactly the same for the big budgeting meetup as well. So we should have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 50. Yeah. So 250 going back to the bank. I'm so sorry if this is tedious for people. And then 50 in the banks, that's 300. I just find that actually it really does keep me accountable, and it makes me see my savings grow, and see that I have got money there to just, you know, use stuff. Yes, it's about saving money, but it's also about having money for things that you want to enjoy as well, or the things that you need to do. Yeah. So celebrations, didn't do this one. What is wrong with me? So it now has 300 in the bank, and it has 300 in the bank. Celebrations, let's get over here. So we have 200. I think this is one where it's like got 90 in. 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's because it's a 5-week month. So 90 is going back to the bank, and it has 200 in. How's everybody feeling about April? Have you got anything exciting planned? Any weddings? Any outings? 290 in here. Or have you got any holidays booked for the half term or anything like that? So we'll continue with that tracker that's in there. That's fine. And there would be 290. That's perfect. So this should already be in the bank. Oh, no, right. So this needs to be moved back. There is nothing in here because she's had her birthday. So it's going to go right to the back here. So that is fine. And then we have Mr. So he's got 50. Oh, I need to take it out because I need to delete it, don't I? He's got 50 in cash and 50 in the bank. So we need to change that to 100. Oh, that one's getting a bit squashed in there. Sorry if I'm shaking you. I hope not. So we're going to change this to 100, and this isn't till August. So the next like household birthdays aren't till August, November, December. So there's no rush. That's why I'm saying there's no rush to finish my daughters and things. So my husband has 100 in the bank. So 100, 100, and that 50 is going back to the bank. Lovely. Mine should be in the bank. Yeah, so there's 100 in there. And the kids are really happy with us saying, right, okay, £100. We could up it if we want to, but they're quite appreciative of that. Fur Baby, he has 50 in the bank. And my daughter has 0. So that is great. Right, it's a choice of Easter eggs, guys. What Easter eggs does everybody like? So we know MOT has nothing. We know tax and insurance have nothing. So maintenance. Oh, I need to sort this out. I need to leave that there a second. I need to pull some of these 20s back because they are literally bulging out. Okay, what was we doing? Maintenance. Oh, so it has got a track. It's got a dashboard in already. So maintenance has 400 in the bank. It has 20, 40, 60, 81. So we are going to take 100 back to the bank. Lovely. And we're going to change this to 500. I think I started saying, I'm sorry if you find this boring, guys, but then I must have digressed onto something else. But I really like watching people, the way they do the budget and how they think, because not everybody, you know, thinks the same or does it the same. Right, and then like me, I seem to have loads of categories, and yeah, just move that out of the way so we can pop this away. Right, so then we're coming into our last sinking funds binder. So garden has, oh, it seems a bit stiff, this one. Garden has 300 in the bank, and it has 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 going back to the bank. So, 100 going back to the bank, so that will be 400. I would try and rub that bit out there, but I think it will just rub the rest off, yeah. So that's 400. I can't believe how nice it was. So I was going to film this on Friday night because the sun was still out at like 6, 7 o'clock, even though the clock, obviously the clocks have gone back and that's why. But then it made me laugh because by the time I was like, right, okay, I will film this, I'll get everything ready and I'll film it, it was too dark. So 300 again in house, and we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 pounds going back to the bank. Now some people might leave this in the binders. Let me just redo that, which is fine, but I am literally trying to get everything back to the bank because I just don't want it sat here. Lovely. And then this needs to be changed to 400. Sorry if I've took you off screen. There we go. I love how Day Full of Budgets does her budget as well. There we go. Appliances has some. Yeah, I don't think it's... Oh, please say I put a card in. Yes. Right, so we have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 92. So 200 going back to the bank and 100 for home, wasn't it? Yeah, so that has 200, which is great. I love these placeholders. Brilliant. So have some guesses of how much we're getting back to the bank today. Right, so we've still got a fair bit on that tracker. That's fine. I really do like that tracker. And then we have got an appliance one from Budget With Me before she closed. There's nothing in Windows, but I do have a plan for that. So guys, that I think is all our like sinking funds and things that we are trying to build up. I don't know what I've done to this. And then the next page. So Windows, we haven't got any in. So let's just put a 0 there. We haven't got any in holiday. My son's got 300 towards his holiday in the bank, which we do count in our budget. And then these are all like, let's say the fun things, because I like to keep motivated. How else does everybody else keep motivated to keep cash stuff in and not going on a binge of, you know, shopping or buying loads of things that we don't need? What strategies do they put in place to prevent that? So yeah, now we have like 2026 just for fun and things like that. So we'll go through them now. I'm unsure. I don't think I'm going to be taking money out of any of these really. My binder could go back to the bank maybe. No, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through and we're going to keep this in the binders. Oh, I don't know. Right, let's just do it. That one I don't need. Christmas. I need to change the order I write this because Christmas is down here and I've got it here. So what I might do is take back the completed... Should I do that? Take back the completed ones for now until we allocate it into our other binder. So we have 150 in the bank and we have some completed challenges here. So I think let's sort this out first. And so this was £50 from Little Moon Budgets. Was it 45? Yeah. Santa's snacks. And then that one. Right. So let's see how much we've got here. Right. Okay. How's everybody getting on with their savings? Has anybody... you know, fully funded anything yet this year? I know we're only like, what, April, but still. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 92, 215. 215. Okay, so we are going to take this back to the bank. Because the plan is I'm going to be using my binder. Hang on. I can't do this. Let me just write 215 down here, guys. 250. Okay. No, 215. Right, okay. Forgot what I was talking about now, guys, sorry. So we need to be 265. No, 365. Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. So the completed money that we've already completed challenges for and things that are already in the bank, this will be then put into the categories that I decide for my Christmas binder from Stacey Budgets. So that's going to go in the front. So we need to write that in here. Oh, we're going to have to move it around. There we go. How's that, guys? You know, needs must. Where is my pen? So we're going to pop them to the side as well. And then I'm going to work out where I've put my pen. All the way up here. So Christmas has 365 in the bank. Now let's get through and quickly count these up. Do I need my calculator? Where is my calculator? So we have 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Well, I don't need it for that yet. 100 in the Rocking Witches challenge. We have, oh, look at that. That's bad. Bad rows. 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90. Oh, 100 in there as well. I mean, should I take these back to the bank and leave a placeholder? No, no. Honestly, guys, I can't decide. No. Once it's completed, what was that, 100? That's 200. Once it's completed, then I'm going to cash it to the bank. Keep telling me that, guys. If I moan, so that's 105. So let's put 205 on here. 205, because we've just started that challenge. So if you haven't seen my fun Friday game day, hopefully by Studio Budgets, you're taking a wad of my money each month. 20, 40, 60, 80, 120. I don't think I've yet to have the 10. I've always got the star. So that is that. Oh yeah, we didn't start with that one, because we finished the previous challenge. And in Ho Flip, no, not Ho Flips, here for the Ho Ho Ho's, there is a 40. And then in Shell's Cash Budget, we have 20 equals. Okay, guys. So that is saying 385. So that would be in cash, 385. So let's add the 365 equals 750 quid for Christmas already. Fabulous. Absolutely brilliant. Okay. Right, guys, in the comments, I don't know why I keep saying guys as well. In the comment, if you don't want to watch me doing individual categories and you just want me to say, right, okay, this binder, this has £400 in or whatever, please just let me know in the comments. Right, so now we're going to 2026. I could actually just tell you how much we have in this. January, February and March. So we have £300 in here and we're not taking any back to the bank. So we'll make that one easy. So that is Soaps at Budgeting Life, The Rocking Witch, we have Kimberly Budgets and we have Peachy Seeds. Right, Just for Fun has absolutely nothing, and that is because we finished that binder and I've got some new challenges, so I'll show you them now. Not new, I've had them a while, but I've just put them into this binder. So we've got Crack the Code, normal version, let me add. I am not even daring enough to do them jumbo ones or XL ones. We have Rainbow Bingo Spinner by Chantel Budgets, and that was by Little Moon Budgets. We have this beautiful Stegosaurus from Soaps Budgeting Life, and then I'm going to be putting one more in. I'm not going to be having 6 challenges in this because what I've been doing is waiting to finish the whole challenges, and it takes forever. So I'm going to leave. I think I'm going to do 4 challenges. Okay, guys, this binder for today is for future, and I'm not going to take all that back to the bank. I'm going to take 160 back to the bank. So apologies if you hear any background noise or anything like that. My husband is just nipped out, he's come back, and yeah. So we have 165 in the back of here. We have 5 at the front because we can't cross another one off yet. But we're going to take this 60 back to the bank. And this is for our future. So we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60. So we're going to take the 160 back to the bank. 160. I mean, at least he closes the door quietly. So 160 is going back to the bank now. Oh, well, I say that. I think he's just shook the whole house shut in the living room door. We had a placeholder here, so we're going to pop 160 onto here. So this is our future binder. So this is for anything that could come up in the future. It could be our retirement, it could be our, you know, funeral plans, it could be absolutely anything. Now I do know that this binder, because I've already counted this one up, has a £706 in it. So we're going to take off the 160 that's going back to the bank, which leaves £546 in future. It could be anything for savings, for retirement, it could be for funeral plans, it could be for, you know, university for the kids, anything like that. So Teeny Tiny Tuesdays, we're not taking any back to the bank, and roughly has about £450. I always estimate it lower. Charmed has 85, so these are ones that I know off the top of my head. So we have my binder, which is, oh, I don't want to drop my flowers into that candle, which is this one, and we will be taking it back to the bank, but I think I'm only going to take this money back to the bank because it's completed. So this was from Soap's Budgeting Life, and it was her envelope challenge, and we you know, rounded things up a little bit, so we ended up with £215. So let's just double check. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 80, 95. So we need to put 215 on here. So we are taking back to the bank 195 back to the bank. So 195. Let's just double check that's 195. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 80, 95, yeah. And then we are going to leave the rest that's in there. So, oh, I can't shove it in. There we go. I know these shouldn't be on this one, but unfortunately I've got far too much stuff. Stay. So 215 is going into this one because I haven't decided what I'm doing with this money yet. Lovely. Right, and then seasonal this or that. Let's see how much you've got in here. You have 30. Okay, so that's brilliant. I have gone through the leftover binders already, guys, and I have calculated that up, and that has £385. So oh no, we forgot Stacey. How can we forget Stacey? So with Stacey, we already have 500 in the bank, and we have 300 in cash. So we still have a fair amount of cash, but again, once this is completed, that 500 will then go straight into the bank. So let's pop that up there, guys. We need to put this £2,700, which is in the bank. Did I have a category for it? No. So what we're going to do is we're going to put 2,700 down here, because technically that is money that I have saved. I've not counted it in any of my other things because I wanted it to be a surprise, but obviously it is money that I've not counted in for the last year. But you know, so there's nothing in cash, and what we're going to call it, I'll put savings for now, because then I can rub it out once I've thought of something. It could be unknown. So what I'm going to do, so that everything tallies up, I'm going to put it into here, and I'm going to put it into this yellow binder, and I will just put it behind Bank of Rosebud Budgets. I know it hasn't got a yellow thing on it, which I can sort out later. Okie dokie. So the last thing to count up is the penny challenge, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that off camera, so I'm going to pause you and I will be back with you guys. So guys, I've done that, and that came to £60 and 15p. So we're going to move that across there. We are going to put £60 and 15p in here. How is this pen running out? You've not done much. Lovely. So we will pop you back and we are going to do the grand total. So what I have done, guys, is I've put last month's on here. Shall we do the money going back to the bank first before we count it all up? Yeah, let's do that. So get your guesses in. See how much we are taking back to the bank. This is absolutely crazy that this money's been sat in the house and probably, you know, look, oh my, I've got to do this, guys. This is what is going back to the bank. That is absolutely crazy. So let's get counting. Oh dear. I think we need a calculator for this one, guys. So we have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20, 40, 60, 86, 20, 40, 60, 87, 20, 40, 60, 88, 20, 40, 60, 89, 20, 40, 60, 81. So there is 1,000 in there. Wow. So then we have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20, 40, 60, 86, 20, 40, 60, 87, 20, 40, 60, 88, 20, 40, 60, 89, 20, 40, 60, 81. Wow. So that is 2,000. I'm going to put that on here because I am going to forget. Have we been recording so long my candle's probably gone out? So we have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 80, 95. So let's add 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So that's 100. So add 100. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So we are taking back to the bank £2,770. And if it is wrong, then what I will do is I will just add it on the screen here somewhere. But currently, £2,770 going back to the bank. That is just ridiculous. Cash stuffing, obviously, it does. It's proven. It works. So what we're going to do is we're going to move this to the side and we are going to write this down somewhere. So there's 2,770 going back to the bank. So I'm just going to take my calculator and just double check this. Right guys, all present and correct. £2,770 going back to the bank. Can't believe it. It's absolutely crazy. So we need to delete this, clear it off. I've moved the cash tray out of the way and we need to bring in this. This is going to be a crazy month for our count up. Obviously, please remember that this is just my count up, my budget. Please remember all the successes and the wins that you have done yourself as well. So I'm not here trying to gloat. I'm trying to just show that this cash stuffing method works. It's keeping me accountable, and you know, I am just like everybody else on a journey for savings. So we have 105. We have 60.15. We have 105. Now I will shut up and try and get through this as quick as possible on the fastest speed that I can for you guys. Oh my guys, look at that. And that is without this extra money at the bottom. I have gone over £10,000. I can't believe it. So let's just add on this last bit, because technically this is what I have been still saving. I was just a bit sneaky and didn't tell you. So we're going to add on £2,700. Oh my lord. If I have done that right, £12,861.15. And I have only been doing this since January 2024. So last month, let's do this. Hang on. Where is my pen? So I'm going to do it in this pen just in case I'm wrong, and I will correct it up here. So this month is £1,286. Oh, what am I saying? £12,861.15. So let's minus off the 8650.28. Don't know why I said it like that. And that is a plus of £4,210.87. So let's minus off the 2,700. So it's saying that we put £1,510.87 in other than that money this month, which actually, looking at that, that's correct, because last month we had nearly £1,200, plus we put the £330 in, and then any leftovers that we've added. So, oh my gosh, guys, like, I can't believe that. And the amount that I've still got in my binder. So I need to work out what's going to be best for me, because I don't want to keep 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, another £2 or whatever £1,000 in the house. Guys, I'm in shock. So if you are still with me, thank you so much for sticking by me and, you know, encouraging me along the way, giving me positive feedback, liking my videos, sharing, commenting. It all just keeps me so motivated. And I just think never in my life would I say that I have £12,861.15 accessible to me at one time. Without this cash stuffing and budgeting, what would I be spending that money on? Honestly, I cannot believe it. I'm in shock. So if you wouldn't mind, if you're not subscribed and you're watching this, please subscribe. Collect the freebies down in the subscription box. And yeah, give me a thumbs up. And anybody else, thank you so much for your continued support. And I will see you for our first cash stuffing of April, when we cash stuff this stuff that we have been doing in the first part of the video. So guys, thanks so much for sticking by me. I'm just going to smile all day now. And yeah, take care. See you soon. Bye bye.